Gyobutsuji in Tiffin.
Okay, so you're on the board of directors of a temple. Is that temple in the United States or out of the country?
That's in the United States. It's in the state of Arkansas.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, just to give people an idea, Arkansas is on the east?
Uh, Arkansas is sort of in the south central part of the
South
state.
Central. Oh, South
Uh,
Central. Okay.
it's next to Texas.
Okay, okay. All right. So you're not at all political, you just a center where people calm down. Your Zen center.
Yes, that's right. It's not political at all. It's strictly for Zen practice.
Okay, this is not Republican state or Democrat or anything.
That's right. That's
So
correct.
so you welcome basically everybody from all political arena, whatever.
Well, we don't discuss politics with them before they come, and generally they don't discuss politics either, so we really don't know.
Okay, okay. So the reason they come to you is for a specific reason?
Yes, to practice a Zen
Okay,
Buddhism.
okay. Zen Buddhism is like a little bit of meditation and a little bit of detachment from the day-to-day activities, right?
Well, no, we're very involved in our day-to-day activities, and but to go back to your original question, yes, the essence of Zen practice is cross-legged meditation, and if a person is not able to do cross-legged meditation in that posture, they can always sit in a chair if they wish, but now meditation is the key component, but. No, I wouldn't say that we detach ourselves. Well, you might say that we detach ourselves from the world in that this is a retreat place, kind of similar to a monastery. It's not exactly a monastery, but it's a place where people go and they can practice Zen meditation for long periods of time during
Like
the day.
like more than an hour?
Oh yes, more than an hour. Generally speaking,
Is
on an
that called
ordinary,
mindfulness or something like that?
yes, mindfulness is all a part of it. And then going back to no, we may detach ourselves from the world, but we don't detach ourselves from our daily activity. We try to immerse ourselves into our daily activity with mindfulness, as you say.
So if someone has worries about either health or family members or money or career, you try to make them less stressed.
Well, that is the result of doing meditation. Hopefully, it's the result of doing meditation. So, yes, I guess one of the goals of meditation is to make you less stressed, less worrisome about whatever may be uh, going on in your life and so on. So, yes, that hopefully is one of the results of doing meditation.
Okay, so let's say I walk in your temple and I say
Mhm.
I'm worried. You tell them go ahead, sit down and meditate with us.
Well, they do have a schedule.
Yeah.
So, generally speaking, there are two at this temple. Now, at other temple, they have different types of schedules, but at this temple, it's generally a little bit more intensive in that you wake up in the morning and you start your first period of meditation at 5 a.m.
Oh my
And
God.
so they'll do two periods of 50-minute meditation. And in between those two 50-minute periods, there's a period of 10-minute walking meditation to give your legs a rest. And
Isn't
so
isn't it stressful to get up at 5 right there? I mean, if someone tells me to get up at 5, I would say that's a stress on me because I don't get up at 5.
well, I guess one has to accustom themselves to doing that, but yes, after you
So let's
after you
say I
do
get up at 7, can I still do it?
well, well, no, not at this temple. They One of the things about a Zen temple is they want everybody to do it together, and
Okay. So why
in
do they
order
make them up early? Why do they wake them up early?
well, if you let's say, for example, you go to a Zen temple in San Francisco, you live in San Francisco, so.
Correct.
Uh,
Correct.
there are ordinary lay people that will go to, say, the San Francisco Zen Center for their meditation.
Okay.
So they'll do their meditation in the morning, and then they have to go off and go to work. So really, it's not any choice but to do it early
Oh
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
people can get on with their daily lives.
That's if they do it daily. But let's say I want to do it on weekend. Can I go at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m.?
If they have a schedule. I know that at the San Francisco Zen Center, they do have a later morning schedule where you can go and say do your meditation for say 40 minutes, and then after that they will have a talk. Somebody will give a talk about Zen.
Okay.
So they have so on Saturday they have like an open public schedule for like an introductory public schedule.
Okay, so let's say I walk in and I do a little bit of meditation, guided, I guess, by you. And then you tell them now, relax. We're going to show you a video. Is that it?
No, they don't show you a video. Now, if you're completely new to meditation,
Yeah.
they'll give you a meditation instruction, and that could last for a half an hour or so. But it's a personal instruction. It's not a video. It's a personal instruction, and then during that instruction, you'll be able to ask questions and to get feedback. So, yeah, it's more of on a personal person to person basis.
Person to person. So let's say it shouldn't take too long to explain how to meditate. Just don't think, right? That should be summarized in one sentence. Why is there a 30 minutes orientation?
Well, they want you to show you how to get into the posture. And like for example, how to hold your hands. You know,
Really?
yeah, you want to hold your hand. Can you see my hands, Aline? Can you see my hand?
Yeah.
Kind of like in a this is what we call a mudra. Mudra.
This,
M
like this.
U Yeah, a mudra. You
Okay.
hold your you hold
Does,
your hands
does
like
that
this.
does that add effectiveness to the meditation?
Yes, it does. Uh-huh.
Does?
And yes, uh-huh, of course it does. And so you want to touch your thumbs together very lightly, as if, there's you don't press them together, but you just hold them as if there's a very, very thin piece of paper in between your thumbs. Uh-huh. You touch them together, but just as lightly as you can.
And then the other fingers are like that.
Well, they're held together. Can you see how they hold them together?
Oh yeah, now I see.
Yeah. And then
Then
like
you
this,
and then you put it on your lap.
you put it on your lap. Right. And that helps you become centered. And so also they want to show you how to fold your legs if you can. I mean, a lot of people aren't able to fold their legs in the cross-legged position. So you just do the best you can, or even if you can't do that, they'll have you sit in a chair. And then they also want you to, instruct you on how to hold your spine. You want to hold your spine upright, and you want to hold your head in a certain way. You kind of tuck in the chin just a little bit, so you have like a straight line going up and down. So yeah, it takes about a half an hour, but I mean that's generally speaking. They could shorten the instruction. I mean, if all you require is a shorter instruction, then you'll be ready to go.
Mm, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so the purpose of that meditation of 40 minutes is to try to get a blank state in your mind.
Well, to certainly calm your mind. I know that most everybody finds that when they do sit in meditation, it's extremely difficult to completely quiet and calm your mind. It takes a long time to be able to do something like that. So, one of the, I think that throughout all types of meditation, the most basic fundamental meditation is to follow your breath, to follow your breathing.
So
And so,
you breathe,
yes, you breathe. And so,
okay,
in
and the purpose of breathing is to calm down too.
it will help you calm down. It certainly will. And so, in order to keep your mind more concentrated on focus, they ask you to count your breaths.
Yeah.
So,
How
one,
many do you have to do?
you go up to 10, and
10.
then when you get to 10, you start over to one.
Okay.
Uh,
And after does that after 10 you fall asleep, right?
no, you're not supposed to fall asleep. You're supposed to be able to continue to sit for 40 minutes awake and to
Well, if you
continue.
get up at 5, at 10 you fall asleep. If you get up early, at 10 you're gonna fall asleep.
Well, most don't. Most people don't. But I mean, some do,
Okay.
but most people don't. Anyway, you're not supposed to.
No, I mean, if you sit in a dentist chair and he tells you relax, then after a while you doze off and you relax. I mean, he tells,
Yes.
okay. So it's the same thing. If you completely relax, then your mind go to a sleep state.
Well, um, you want to be relaxed yet fully alert at the same time.
Alert,
So if you're
but the purpose of meditation is not to be alert, is to be relaxed.
no, the purpose of meditation is to be alert. You want to have your hearing, your smelling, your sight. You want it to be completely alert so
Alert.
that when you do calm your mind down, your senses become more alert. They really do.
Okay. So let's say I'm alert and I sense that something wrong is happening around me, then I'm gonna get up and take care of that thing.
Oh, certainly, yes. I mean, if you're meditating in an urban center in an urban temple, if you hear, say, somebody being mugged outside, of course you respond to it. I mean, you don't want to completely remove yourself from all aspects of life while you're sitting, you do. But if you hear of an emergency outside, of course you respond to it. Yeah.
So you are alert and at the same time you try to keep your personal problem away from your mind.
Well, you don't really try to do that. I mean, you're trying to focus on your breath. And so when you come completely focused on your breath, your other thinking, your ordinary thinking, tends to kind of fade away a little bit. But
Okay.
you don't try to let your thinking fade away. You just try to focus on your breath and it goes away by itself.
So let's say I have a problem. Let's say something annoyed me during the day. So I come to the Zen center, not at any time, but at your own time and sit
Mhm.
down. But
Yes.
I can also come in the temple at my own time.
Generally speaking, not. They only want you to come during the scheduled times when everybody else is sitting together.
Um,
Now, Aline, I don't always go to the temple. I do my own meditation at home. I do it in my home here. So
okay.
in that case, I can basically do it when I want to. However, I have my own schedule set up in the morning and I follow that schedule both in the morning and the evening. I do a morning meditation and an evening meditation. I generally do them at the same time. So that's my own personal schedule. However, if I'm here and if I want to sit outside of the schedule, I can. Nothing's stopping me.
Okay, but you told me most of the time people meet at 5 a.m. at the temple. Now you don't have to go,
You don't have to go. No, it's not required.
but at least one person has to be there.
Oh, yes, right.
So there's many of you. You take turns.
Well, people can go when they want to and if they can. So let's talk about a big urban temple like the Zen Center in San Francisco. There's many, many people that go there every morning. So there's always going to be somebody there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason to be together is to feel the encouragement, something.
Absolutely, for sure, yes. And to feel the support of everybody doing the same thing together. It adds kind of a kind of an energetic feeling when everybody's doing it together. You get the
Okay.
encouragement and the support.
And then when you do it at home, you might just take a nap. I mean, you might as well rest, right?
Well, meditation is very restful. It's very restful. So after you do it for 30, 40, 50 minutes, you feel very rested and very relaxed and very energetic.
Okay. So you did your meditation today?
I did it this morning. Yes,
So you like it. You like doing it.
I love it. It's an integral part of me, and I can't see myself ever stopping doing it.
Okay. So let's say you have 10 things to do on your list of things to do for the day. You won't skip the meditation part?
Well, there are some times that I don't like for example, this week my wife and I we went on a short trip and we were staying in a motel.
So you
So
have,
it was I did not meditate during those days, and so
okay.
we were busy on our trip. So I
Okay.
mean, my goal is to do it 6 days a week with one day off.
Oh, okay, okay.
And now I don't always I don't always make every 6 days, but that's my intention to want to do that.
Okay. And sometimes your wife joins you because she has similar interests.
She does not have an interest in meditation. She
Oh,
doesn't. Now, she has done it with me before, but basically she has no interest in it.
okay. So me, I get up, let's say I go in the shower first, I take care of my daily routine, wash myself, whatever. And
Yes.
then that's what you do, but at 4 in the morning. So at 5, you're ready for the meditation.
No. Now at home, now at the temple, they start at 5 o'clock. Now, me personally, at my home, I start at 6. So I generally wake up at 6. Yeah, we'll go into the restroom and do a little bit, just a
Eh,
short cleanup, and then I will go back and then I'll sit. And then after I sit, then I start my daily routine.
Okay, so what do you think about when you meditate?
As I mentioned, I focus on my breathing. I try to focus on my breathing, and then I
You don't have a
generally
topic, you don't have a topic like peace in the world or health in the world, or you don't have a specific topic every day? Do you have a focus every day?
I don't know what you're talking about, but my focus is to follow my breathing, to follow
Okay.
my breathing.
So it's
Yeah,
internal. It's internal.
internal. Yes.
So you focus on your breathing with no intention. You don't set an intention.
Well, my intention is to focus on my breathing. That is my intention. My intention is to pay attention to my breathing.
Well,
That is my
well,
focus.
we had like a few rainy days here in San Francisco, and you probably heard about the flooding.
I did.
And I caught a cold, so you can hear it in
Oh,
my voice.
okay.
So would I concentrate when I meditate on getting rid of that cold?
Sure. If you wish, you could. Yeah.
So that's funny when you say breathe, because last night it was sometime hard to fully breathe because I had a cold.
Yes, right. Hmm.
So if you focus on breathing, that's good. That's healthy because you're gonna let the passageway through. I mean, for the air to come through.
Oh, it's very healthy. There's no doubt about it. I mean, there are very, very many good health benefits for meditation.
Okay. So it does cure cold, or it does cure a specific ailment to your knowledge.
I am not so well informed about that. I think that generally speaking, it does promote good health, but along with that, I mean, people should also eat well. Uh, I'm
Exercise.
sorry about that. I'm sorry about that.
No,
They
no,
should
you have to
they should
exercise every day.
Yes, I exercise. I eat well. My wife is from Asia, and so we have an Asian diet. And then also, I do exercise every day. In fact, not only besides doing the meditation, I try to maintain what I call a yogic lifestyle, in that every morning. By the way, Aline, I'm retired. I'm retired now. I'm
So you don't have
71.
the stress of going to work.
No longer. I retired about 3 years ago. So anyway, after doing the meditation, I'll eat and so on, and then in the morning I do yoga. I do yoga for about an hour every morning. So that's
That's
a
exercise.
that's my exercise is yoga. But I
How
also do.
do you do yoga? You watch a video?
No, I've been doing it for 40 years. So I have a certain routine that I follow, and I don't need to watch it on a video. I know how to do it after doing it for 40 years.
Okay, so you could technically be a yoga instructor as well.
Probably not. I would have to, become much more advanced and,
Oh,
practice it better. But
so you said you are on the board of directors. Your job is to bring in more members.
Well, as you've noticed that we became acquainted on LinkedIn,
Right.
and I probably sent you some message asking you to follow the Gyobutsuji page on LinkedIn. So
Okay.
yes,
I
in my
did.
free time, and in my free time, I'm helping to create more awareness about the temple. So the result of that would be to, yes, of course, create more interest, bring more people in. Hopefully, in the future, we want to do more fundraising to help develop the temple itself.
And who owns the temple?
I'm not really privy to that information.
I mean,
It
it's a board of directors who manage the temple.
Well, no, actually, there is one Zen priest who lives there full time.
Oh, okay.
So, so he manages the temple, and he operates the temple and creates the program and is the leader of the meditation.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So he has a lot of experience, and after the meditation, people can just become members.
Um, well, there's not actually what would call a membership program. Now, people can come and go as they wish without becoming what I'd call an official member. There's no official membership program there. I mean, anybody can come and go and be a practitioner
Hmm.
as they wish. In fact, people can even go there and stay for a long time. They can become a resident of the temple.
Oh, okay. So let's say you are like in a little village in Arkansas, or is it close to the city?
It's actually in kind of a remote place. I would say that it's probably 20 or 25 miles away from any city.
Okay.
And
And it
and
takes you a long time to get there?
Well, it depends upon where you're coming
No,
from.
I'm talking
Uh,
about you. Do you live close by?
About me, from my house to go there, it takes about a 2 hour drive.
And you still do it?
Well, I don't go every day. No.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
as I was
Well, driver,
explaining,
you got to be motivated to go.
well, I generally go there and I spend a day. I spend a
Oh,
day
okay,
there.
okay,
I
okay.
don't I don't, don't go there just for the morning meditation. I go there to spend the whole day. And so I help out at the place, for any type of cleaning or construction or anything like that to help maintain the temple.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And then the people who lives around the temple, then they can go and meditate more often.
They can. If they live closer by, then yes, certainly they can. And in fact, if they live at the temple as a resident, and then they can completely follow the schedule.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So you are basically a volunteer,
Yes, I am. Uh-huh. Right.
and the reason you volunteer is because you think it's a good science.
I believe that the temple, yes, I believe the temple is doing good in the world. And so I want to help support that and to help, further that uh, well-being that they're spreading out in the world.
Okay, so do you guys have a prayer session for, let's say, war in the Middle East or war in Ukraine and Russia, or you don't get into that at all?
Don't really get into that. Now, if a person wants to do that individually, like for example, before I go to bed every night, I say a prayer. I believe in prayer.
For
I
peace?
believe in I pray for many things. And I believe in prayer, even though if a person is a Christian or if they are a Catholic or if they're a Muslim or whatever, they can still do meditation.
Oh yeah,
Meditation,
it's not just
meditation
not
doesn't matter what you believe. You can
okay,
meditate.
okay.
Yeah,
So you meditate, but um you do pray, but personally, not during the meditation.
correct. I don't pray during the meditation, but after it, before I go to bed.
All right, so whatever your focus is, you can pray for that.
Yes, and I do. Yes.
How come they have group prayers for peace? You don't participate in those?
Well, they don't do it specifically at the temple, but like I say, people can do it individually, or if I wanted to, I could find another group who promotes prayer. I mean, if you would recommend a group to me that does a group prayer, I could join them. That would be nice.
All right, all right. So you're the temple manager and the board of directors. Okay, they meditate. That's their main focus, but they don't
Yes,
have specific times for prayer for specific issues.
correct.
It's
That's
not
not,
even it's not even on the agenda.
it's not a part of the practice. No, no, it's not.
Okay, okay, okay. So it's only focused on meditation with no other agenda.
I think fundamentally that is true. Yes. Zen meditation is the essence of Zen, and it is the focus of Zen. Yes. I think it's fair to say that.
Okay, the Zen was what, the person or is just the word?
Well, Zen, like for example, Zen actually is the translation for meditation. That's the Japanese
Oh,
word for
it's the
meditation.
word for meditation?
Yes, it is in Japanese. It's a Japanese word. Zen is a Japanese word.
Well, the American use it for someone who is uh at peace.
I'm not familiar with that.
When they say he is Zen, means he doesn't become irritated by any. worldly worries.
Well, that could be true. I mean, there may be many, many different usages of the word Zen, but the most prevalent, the most common usage of Zen, it means meditation. And in fact, if you translate the Japanese word Zen into English, it's meditation.
Got it, got it. Well, it's never late to learn something new. I thought Zen being meant being calm, because when
That's a part of it, certainly. Yeah,
and not to worry about the past and live in the present.
that as well. Yes, that as well. So yes, I taught you a little bit of Japanese today, Aline.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So, when would I say I am Zen? When I'm calm or when I practice the Zen meditation?
Well, personally, I would never say that.
You would never say I'm Zen?
I would never say that I am Zen. I am Zen. I mean, I would never say that.
Oh, okay. When I see someone who's not worried about the past, I say he's Zen.
Okay.
That's not the right adjective to use for a person like that.
Well, you can if you want to. I mean, if you want to, I mean, we are all creating English or
Hmm.
French or any other language. We are helping the language to evolve.
Hmm.
So if you want to say that, that's fine. I understand what you're saying. But personally, I would not say it that way. But
Okay.
that's okay if you want to.
Like when a dog doesn't worry about yesterday or his maltreatment of the past, we say he's Zen. He forgot the past.
You can say that if you wish. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Okay. So does anything of the past bothers you at this point? Because you say you've been meditating for 40 years.
Does anything from the past bother me? Well, let me just put it this way. Uh, I don't have any regrets about my past. I have no regrets. Now, everything that I did in the past, if I did something in the past that I didn't like, I may have regretted it at that time,
And now you're
but
okay with it.
now I don't regret it because it's just a part of the education process to bring me where I am right now. So let's just say that fundamentally, I'm satisfied with the way that I am right now. And everything that I did in the past has brought me to where I am right now here with you. And so I'm satisfied. And because of that, I don't really have any major regrets in the past.
So how did you get into it? Someone say, "Hey, you seem very stressed. Let me take you to the Zen temple," or you just bumped into it?
Oh, when I first became acquainted with Zen, well,
Yeah,
when
did
I,
someone introduce you, or you just walked in?
uh, you mean this temple in Arkansas?
No, when you
Uh,
started Zen, when did it start?
okay. For me, it started when I was about 14 years old.
So you walked in the temple?
No, I walked into the library and I was looking for something to read, and I found a book about Zen, and
Okay,
it resonated with me.
okay.
It made me feel good, even at 14 years old. And that's when I started my Zen practice when I was 14 years old.
And then you search for a temple close by?
Well, not at that time. I didn't actually start going to a temple formally until I was about 25 years old. And I went to the and I went to the San Francisco Zen Center.
Yeah? You lived in
Mhm.
this area before?
I lived in San Francisco for 6 years.
Nice, nice. So
Mhm.
yeah, the sun is back today in San Francisco. So you probably miss San Francisco. There's nothing any anywhere close to San Francisco. Uh,
I
you,
would have to say that I have visited many cities in the United States. San Francisco is my favorite.
Oh,
Now, when I was living in San Francisco, I was young and I was single and I was carefree. And so it was a good place to live at that time. But as I got married, had children, and everything, I'm glad that I didn't live in San Francisco to raise a family. We raised our family, we raised our family here in Arkansas.
okay.
And for me, it was
Is it
much
better?
better.
Is it better for family?
Yes, of course. It's a very small town of about 12,000 people.
Oh, it's like a big family.
Yeah, it's a very small city.
So everybody knows each other when you walk.
Not really. There's too many people for that, but I do know a lot of people. I know the people in my neighborhood, but
Yeah.
of course, I don't know everybody in the city.
But when you walk in a farmer's market, you know people.
I almost always recognize somebody that I know. Yes, generally speaking, yes.
So it's like more of a community than a city.
Of course, that's true. Right.
And did your kids get a good education in this kind of village?
Uh, well, I actually, yeah, my primary and secondary education was very good. And so that allowed me to continue on to the university level. So I studied at a university in a different city.
But your kids, did they get a good education where you live?
We have an excellent education system here. It's excellent. It's very high quality.
So they can attract good teachers in small towns?
Of course they can. We have very dedicated and very good teachers in a small town.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that good teachers would like maybe to live in a bigger city where.
Not necessarily, not necessarily. Many of them want the peace and quiet of a small city.
And are you able to attract also good doctors to your town? I mean, a
We
lot of
have
them.
we have an excellent hospital here.
Oh, you
Excellent.
do. So the living in a small city doesn't prevent you from having the basic services.
No, I have everything that I need here. It's all right here. I don't lack anything.
Wow.
Of course, if I want to, travel to a larger city for entertainment. In fact, Aleem, the other night we were in Memphis, Tennessee, and it's a
Okay.
large city, and we saw the musical Les Miserables.
No kidding.
Yeah, we saw a musical. It was in a big theater. It was a live musical,
That's a
and
coincidence. Yeah.
so yes, we had to drive there, but it was very nearby. It was only about a 3 hour drive, not very far away. So, I mean, within this area, we have all kinds of wonderful entertainment and many things to do, and so it's a great place to live. You
I
should
saw
come and visit.
I should visit. I saw the movie Les Miserables and I found it too depressing. I wanted to leave the theater, but I hope that the play was a little bit more cheerful than the movie.
It was wonderful,
Oh,
absolutely wonderful.
oh,
Yeah, really
I'm glad
loved it
to
a
hear
lot.
that.
Yeah.
I know it came to San Francisco a few years ago, but I didn't go. I mean,
Uh,
I avoid anything that's depressing, so I just go see comedies and
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
for entertainment, I'm talking about. I mean, if I'm going to relax, I don't want to think about other people's problem. I want to just relax.
Sure. I understand. Yeah. Hmm.
But some people have it totally different. They want to watch a horror film, or they want
Uh-huh.
to watch action adventure. I don't.
Sure.
I don't find that relaxation.
No,
I find
I
that
agree.
very stressful.
Uh-huh. For sure. Yes. Right. Hmm.
And are you watching TV, for example, for your children, or you keep them away from too much TV?
Well, our children now, they are adults.
Okay.
So they're living in other cities now, but No, as they were growing up, yeah, we had to, let's shall we say, we had to modify what they could watch on television, how much they could watch. Now, I mean, it was always very important for if they had schoolwork, they would have to finish their schoolwork first. And then once they finished their schoolwork, then, they can have their free time.
Okay. And now all the kids have their smartphones, so they don't need to really wait for their parents' permission to watch anything. They can watch anything on the bus, whatever.
Yes, they can. Right. Yeah.
There's not as much monitoring from a smartphone.
It's very difficult to do that. That's for sure. Yeah.
Do you use smartphone?
I have one. Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. So do you get distracted by worldly news or
On my smartphone,
yeah, you try to stay away from war news or from anything depressing?
I'll watch the news for about 1 hour each night. My
So
wife and I we'll watch it together for about 1 hour, just to find out what's happening in the world and so on. So generally now I do spend more time on social media. I'd have to say that. But the social media, like for example on LinkedIn,
right, that
I
you
I
posting.
spent time on LinkedIn for creating awareness for the temple, and so I'm not doing it just to browse, but I have sort of like a goal or I have a mission that I want to accomplish.
So your job is outreach then.
Yes, they have asked me to do that, right? Outreach. That's a good way of putting it.
Oh, that's good. That's a good. I mean, it might be satisfying for you and for them to have because you meet new people and they benefit
Sure.
from it. And so, do you know where the Zen temple is in San Francisco, or you don't know?
300 Page Street.
Oh, really?
300, yeah,
So you do
300.
know? Okay.
Well, I used to live there
Okay.
uh, many years ago, but I still remember where it is on 300 Page.
All right. All right. It's not too far from Japantown, Lower Pacific Heights. So it's just walking distance, actually. So, okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yes, I recommend you to go and visit sometimes, Aline, and to check it out for yourself. See what it's all about.
Open certain times, right? Or you just knock on the door.
Well, you could knock on the door, and they probably would allow you to come in to look around a little bit, and then explain what's going on, and then how you could participate. Yeah, they when I was living there, they were open for people to come and drop in and visit. Yeah, so I'm sure they probably still are.
Okay, that sounds good. So sometimes people can bring donation to the temple. I mean, they have to live some way. So people bring, let's say, clothing and food to the door. And this way, people who live there can be sustained by that.
Well, they probably don't necessarily need clothing or food. Now, however, if somebody wants to make a monetary contribution, that's probably more welcome, I would say, or more useful than, say, either clothing or food.
They have to pay the electricity, right?
Of course they do. Yes, uh-huh. Right.
So they do have a minimum of expenses like water, electricity, and cleaning, maybe cleaning supplies.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
And then each of them can get their food different ways. In San Francisco, there's food everywhere.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
Yeah, so they can get their food wherever it's available, and then they're good for the day or for the month. And then if they want something else, then that's a different story. If they want the BMW, that's their business.
Yes, uh-huh. Right.
If they
Correct.
want a car or they want to purchase a home, that's their business.
That's correct. Uh-huh. Yes.
So
right.
each temple priest is allowed to have a job outside the temple then.
Um, I I guess, when I was at the San Francisco Zen Center, there were some priests that helped to work in the center to help manage the center. And then, yes, there were some priests who also worked on the outside. So, it's a different uh, choice that they make as far as their commitment. If they want to
So I mean,
become,
like you said, like someone like you who has a couple kids or more, they would have to have a job because they cannot just live on donation at the door. They would have to have a job and provide a couple bedrooms for the kids, and there's a minimum they need to earn for that and make a living.
Well, even in the Zen Center in San Francisco, there are paid positions.
Oh,
Some,
okay.
some of the positions are paid. So the people that have the paid positions, they can have a family. They can have children. So they're not celibate. They're not
So
celibate.
they can rent a place next door, for example.
They could, yes, for sure. Yes, that's right.
So it's all about for them about managing the center and having their private life somewhere else.
Yes, that's right. Right. Now, the center in San Francisco, they do have businesses, and from the businesses, they do earn income, which
Oh,
helps to support the
like
center.
a
They,
corner,
they have they have a restaurant. They have a restaurant there. And the restaurant helps support the
the center.
meditation activities. That's right.
That's very good idea to have a restaurant or corner store or convenience store next door. That would be a good idea too.
It is, yes. Right.
So this it's practical, it's a service to the community and it's help them earn a living. So
Right.
is it family owned or is it complete different stranger who are managing? I mean, you're not related at all to the other board of directors.
No, I'm not. In fact, the temple that I go to, this Gyobutsuji, it's quite small. So we don't have a large organization. In fact, at the moment, there are three board members, and we're soon going to be adding another one to make it four.
Okay.
So it's a much smaller organization.
Okay, I thought nonprofit organizations are supposed to have a little bit more board members, but I might be wrong. I thought it was supposed to be 10 or 12, maybe for larger organizations.
Oh, I believe so. Yes. This is just a very small organization, and I don't know if it's governed. I think it's governed by state law. So
Okay,
we're under the laws of the state of Arkansas.
okay. Sounds good,
Mhm.
sounds good. So basically, maybe I should invite you to visit San Francisco sometimes. And, maybe you miss it after all these years. A lot of
Well,
things changed in San Francisco, but it's still San Francisco. It's still the home of the 49ers who are in the finals this Sunday. I don't know if you follow sports, but they are in the Super Bowl this Sunday.
yes, I know that. I
So,
am I am supporting them.
oh, good. So, so I know, I mean, a lot of people are excited about it. Hopefully, we'll see if they win. So, you probably support the Kansas City Chiefs. Is that the opponents?
As a child, I supported them, but now I support the 49ers.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Mhm.
Kansas City, where's that? Kansas City is a little bit further than
It's in Missouri. It's in the state of Missouri.
Oh, Missouri. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm so bad in geography. You
Uh-huh.
you have to
Uh,
forgive me. The only thing I know is the East Coast with California, Hawaii, Mexico, Canada, and then at East Coast, I mean, um, Canada, New York, Florida. But the middle part, I'm totally confused about it. But I'm
Yeah.
sure I could make it, and I could make an effort to find out about the middle states. I mean, uh, I, a lot of them are pretty empty, aren't they? The mid state, the middle states.
Yes, that is true. They're not densely populated. San Francisco is very, very densely populated, but
Yeah,
here there's more wide open country. That's true. Uh-huh.
in the other states, yeah. Okay, well, I think I learned a few things today. Hopefully, the people
Okay.
watching are learning something too.
I
Uh,
hope they are too. Uh-huh.
and thank you for your participation and enlightening us about a few things about what Zen is about. So if anybody is interested, they can just go to the Zen Center here in San Francisco or whatever city they are. They are in how many city now?
Uh, I would think that every major city in the United States has a place where somebody can go and they can practice Zen.
Oh, okay,
I
so it's very well widespread then.
Oh yes, very, 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 very widespread. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. So whoever is watching can, I don't know if there's one in France, but might be. So
Oh,
thank you.
yes, yeah, yes, there are in France. Yes, uh-huh, right.
They are. Okay,
Yeah,
well, thank you so much. Um, maybe I should practice one day a meditation. So all you have to do is take the position and sit quietly and try to
yes,
relax. That's the
and
goal.
yes, uh-huh, right. Try to follow your breath as much as you can. That's true.
Did you
And
ever have excuse me?
okay, I just want to encourage you, as I mentioned before, to just go by the San Francisco Zen Center and just have a look and see for yourself what it's all about.
Oh yeah, that's the best way to yeah, to practice it. And did Zen help you, for example, for yourself get rid of an illness?
I can't say that for sure. I would like to think that, the lifestyle that I've been living, trying to live a yogic lifestyle, that has helped me to avoid disease.
Oh,
But I've never had any major disease to speak of. So I've been lucky in that regard to have been able to avoid any major disease.
oh, okay. Good to hear. Good to hear. I heard one out
Yeah.
of two who will get cancer. Hopefully not me, but not you.
Yeah.
But if you stay relaxed and not stressed, you should be able to avoid that. So thank you so much. I enjoy the enlightenment and you informing me about what your temple is about. So thank you so much. I invite everybody to at least one day visit and try it. Thank you. Have a great day, and I hope to hear from you through LinkedIn or anything like that.
I'm on there every day. And listen, Aline, I want to thank you for having me on today. I appreciate it very much. It's been wonderful meeting you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Same here. Same here. So
Okay.
if you ever post a video on LinkedIn, I'll watch it too. You're allowed to tape inside the temple or just privately or
Oh, if you if you look at the page, the
yeah.
Gyobutsuji page, I make a post every week. I try to
Okay.
make a post every week. Uh-huh.
A video post?
Well, will you be sending me a link to
Yeah.
this
So
meeting?
you'll post it on your social? Okay.
Yes, yeah, please send me a link to this Zoom meeting and I'll be happy to. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So we have a deal
Okay.
here. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, too. Take care. Okay,
You too.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.